Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Knox Goes Away, and this is a new thriller from star and director Michael Keaton, who plays John Knox, who is a hitman who is slowly losing his memory, and he's trying to get out of the situation and do right by his estranged son, who he's trying to help, who winds up murdering a man who did some horrible things to his 16-year-old daughter. And basically, this film is a character study of this man reflecting upon the life that he's lived, the people he's, wrongfully done to, or the people that he's left behind. And it's just one of those kinds of things where it's like, it's that aging kind of professional story, and Michael Keaton plays it so perfectly. His performance is great as you see him slowly forgetting things, and you see the way that you see his face working in the scene and being like, is he remembering something? Is he forgetting something? And you can just read it. You can see Keaton nailing those beats so perfectly. You have his friend and mentor, played by Al Pacino, his ex-wife, Marcia Gay Harden. You have his partner, Ray McKinnon. And you have this young woman, played by Joanna Kulig, who is his, she's a prostitute, sex worker that he has every week for one afternoon. And you feel those scenes, and there's so much history there, and you can feel it, and those scenes really work. They're strung together, and maybe he'll have a scene or two or three with each of these other actors, but everybody's pulling their weight so well. The unfortunate thing is you have James Marsden, who plays his son, who just doesn't feel like the right choice in this film. He kind of sticks out in an awkward kind of way, and in general, I feel like he kind of takes away from the film and this whole plot where he's trying to reconnect with his son. But you don't buy him as this person who snapped and did something, in the same way of a Dustin Hoffman and Straw Dogs. That's believable. This just didn't feel that believable. But outside of that, the first two-thirds of this film, I think, are well-paced and really well-structured and really pulls you into this story, this character study. I think Keaton has enough panache with his direction and the music, which has this jazzy kind of feel. Alex Heffes, who is the composer, I think that really works. There's some tension, there's some mystery. But it's when it hits the third act where it tries to pull everything together, and I think it tries to add a couple too many threads that kind of take away from how well this all pulls together. It has a couple twists and turns along the way to kind of reframe what's going on, and it just gets a little too muddled and confusing in its third act that kind of takes away from this film that was really, really working well and gets in the way from it sticking its landing. I feel like by the end, and it has a satisfying conclusion, there's just some elements that I think there were some creative choices that just didn't work, that I don't feel like needed to be in the film to deliver still the satisfying ending that you needed. It's one of those things where it's so good for two-thirds of the film, and then just it's hard to really get a great ending for film, and this one struggled a bit. But in the end, I think the central performance from Michael Keaton, a lot of a really good ensemble, and some really good character work and exploration of him losing his memory, him processing the life that he's lived and the consequences. All of that still comes together to deliver an engaging and interesting film. It just gets a little shaky by the time you get towards the end. But those are my thoughts on Knox Goes Away. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in. It's one of your Wasteland reviewer.